His money is our money and my money is my money.
Do you know why I think I have like a good marriage? I think it's because my husband's never here.
The worst story I've ever heard in my life. And so unfortunately, a lot of men, they don't have the courage, the confidence to put women in their place. To the men of the world, if you haven't been red-pilled yet, now is the time to do so. Coach Greg, in today's video, it's a public service announcement to all the simps, the losers of the world. It's time to get red pilled. Now, you may not like Myron Gaines. In fact, you might hate him. But one thing he is not is wrong about the Akaash situation being way worse than he expected. In case you don't know the backstory, Akaash is a famous comedian who married his dream woman. You know, she was a virgin, younger than him, attractive, and so he has made it, right, guys? You know, happy wife, happy life. Wait till you see the shitstorm of things that she's not only been doing, but publicly announcing to the world. It's way worse than you could possibly imagine. Possibly the worst story I've ever heard in my life. To the men of the world, if you haven't been red-pilled yet, now is the time to do so.
Any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his accounts or has separate accounts, that's a fucking red flag. This is not a two-way street. This is a one-way street. His money is our money and my money is my money. My money! I never watched that show, but like, he's on my hall pass list.
Oh, yeah.
Chase Crawford, Jacob Elordi, Austin Butler.
Do you know why I think I have like a good marriage? I think it's because my husband's never here.
Oh, God.
Okay, so I've been getting a lot of comments that I'm using my husband for clout, and yeah, that's exactly what it is. What's wrong with that?
Holy shit, bro. That is embarrassing.
Guys, this is just the intro. This is leading you into the video to understand exactly what we're dealing with. And so if you have a woman like this, it's over. It's done. If you're married, you get a divorce. I don't care if you have to give her half your money. It's better than living your life in misery like a rash. Akaash may as well have a rash. It'll be much better than this.
And this guy had the fucking nerve to talk shit to me all this time?
Just imagine, several years ago, this Akaash made fun of Myron Gaines, saying, "You know nothing about women. Everything you're saying, it's bullshit." This is coming from a man who's had one woman in his entire life. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but when you start casting stones against other people, saying that what they're saying is hogwash, is stupid, moronic, that you shouldn't pay attention to them, and then this happens, well, you have to expect him to come back and just lay it out on the line and say, look at your life now.
Let's get into his girl. She goes and does an interview, right, guys? She goes and does an interview on YouTube, this right here.
God being
And it got 37K views because we were roasting her so much, right? And her dumbass literally says, "Thanks for the publicity, babe. We just hit 8K views."
We all know that any publicity is good publicity, but not when it's at the expense of your husband. Not when everything that comes out of her mouth is embarrassment to him, his status as a man, his relationship, his self-worth, everything. Is it really worth it to get a few thousand followers? Like, why would you ever do that?
How do you and your husband split finances?
We don't.
We don't.
If you want to work, all for that. But like, any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his account, that's a fucking red flag. His money is our money and my money is my money.
Immediately no. What's your money is your money, and if you decide to treat your woman with some of that, well, that's your prerogative, but she isn't part owner of your funds. She isn't on your joint bank account. And what makes it even worse, she says what's your money is my money, and what's my money is mine. I mean, if you have a woman who makes a significant amount of money, perhaps she's an eye surgeon, a doctor, a lawyer, she's making a lot of money, and you decide that you want to share expenses with her, well, that's up to you. But if you're making the majority of the money and she isn't, and she demands that you have her as a joint bank account owner, there's a door. It doesn't work like that. No, I worked hard for this money and it doesn't automatically become yours.
So that is actually my number one. They must be generous with their finances from day one.
AK, I want a simp. I mean, it wouldn't come out as beautifully if she says the most important thing to look for in a man is that he's a simp, that he has no confidence, no self-worth, and that he makes a lot of money. And then, so once you've been ran through your entire life, once the village bicycle has been completely broken down, it's had so many flat tires, it's been pumped by everyone, she finally decides, you know, I want to settle down. I want to take this guy. I don't care if he's attractive. I don't need that. I can just fantasize on all the men I've slept with my entire life. You know, I had rotations of men back in the day. My butthole, I'd wake up and it was sore. I didn't even want him to go there, but hey, you know, it was a white boy from a frat house. And so I had a lot of fun. My pussy was popping for everyone. I mean, I appreciate the alliteration, but like, this is gross.
That means paying for the first date and everything. I know that it's rough out there, inflation. Like, I'm not saying to just like waste it on every single girl.
Yeah, it's not inflation that's rough. It's wholeflation. This is what's going on.
His money is up.
To be honest, it's probably better your girl doesn't even know how much money you make. If I'm going to be all the way 1,000 with you guys.
Welcome, punch!
Because then you get predatory like this.
Our money and my money is my money.
I mean, essentially, she's a predator. People talk about men being predators all the time. She's a predator. She's out there looking for men with low self-esteem, low self-worth to prey on them, to suck them dry. And I'm not talking about what's inside the downstairs. I'm talking about their wallets, using them for an ATM machine. And so, unfortunately, a lot of men, they don't have the courage, the confidence to put women in their place.
But the fact that she's doing this shit publicly tells you guys where he stands. He's nothing more than an ATM to her.
I know so many girls in my life personally that have been with guys that weren't transparent about money and they ended up being terrible in other aspects and like people ended up breaking up in divorces.
If she or anyone starts talking to you, there's the door. I don't care how good the poontang actually is. I don't care. It's not worth it. There will be someone else. Remember, the number one thing you need to be looking for is that she has genuine burning desire for you. If she doesn't think that you're hot, she doesn't like anything about you other than your wallet, there's the door. It's time to move on.
They must be generous with their finances from day one.
No.
I mean, women, they literally have books written on how to abuse men. It's perhaps not done with violence as often as men do it back to females, but they're abusing men to get their money. They know that they have some power. The problem is, you can't give her that power. Just because she's attractive, just because she's willing to do some abductors with you, doesn't mean that you have to give her all your money.
Also, just redid our closet.
This is all her closet now.
So look at this.
He buys a house for both of them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's two closets. One's big and one's small. He gives her the bigger closet. After all, women, they tend to have more clothes, shoes, and so on. I don't see anything wrong with that. But then she complains that he doesn't need any of her space, even though she has way more room. She can just simply slide the dresses over. You can't have any of my space. She gets mad at him. And worse than that, why is this being recorded? Why is it being filmed and why is it being posted? She's making fun of him. He's clearly upset. She's belittling him. She's calling him names.
So what do you want to do? You want to buy a separate house with all hanger space?
No, we were supposed to build a wardrobe, but Akash didn't want to do it
For
because
me,
he's too
because I
cheap.
took the smaller closet.
Yo, are you
He took the smaller closet.
kidding me? Do you know how much fucking space he has? Look!
Do you know how much turking space he has? Imagine your woman recording this and posting it. I mean, it's one thing if it was said behind closed doors. Perhaps you have arguments occasionally. A lot of people do that. And that's one thing. But to record it and post it in order to make fun of him, the man who actually paid for this place, that is just a new low.
Utilize the shelves, you idiot!
You idiot. I mean, there's the door. Yeah, you married, you made a mistake. A lot of people make mistakes. But the only next biggest mistake is continuing on with this nonsense. You can get a divorce, give her half. It's better than what you're doing now, which is giving her everything. Every single thing that she wants, and she doesn't do anything back in return. She doesn't show you respect. She wants to bang her friend's husband in an orgy. What is wrong with this woman?
You know what my husband just tried to do?
My turking husband. Not, do you know what my beautiful husband has done? My provider, my famous comedian husband, the man of my dreams has done? My turking husband. I'm certain that she does not provide with him sweet and blow every day. That's the least she could do in return. She probably doesn't even do any of this. I mean, look at all the bags, purses, the Chanel and so on that he bought for her. Did I say whore? Yeah, for her, I meant. And when he says, you know, I let you buy whatever you want, she's like, no, you had a limit. I mean, you go into a Louis Vuitton store and say, hey, you can pick out up to $10,000 in goods. That's not everything I want. You put me on a budget. Imagine hearing that from another woman.
I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. I was shopping at Rainbow. I was eating buffalo chicken wraps every day. I was straightening my hair with my French tips. Like, you could not tell me nothing. And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
Popping my pussy, roster of guys, from a woman who said she was a virgin to her future husband. I mean, let that sink in. Now, you might be thinking, why would her past matter? Does a woman's past matter? Well, think of this. Does a man's future matter? If you were to find out that in the future, you could see in the future, perhaps you're a time traveler like Coach Greg, you're on TRT. You find out that in 5 years from now, 10 years from now, that your future husband, he's going to be dead broke, he won't have a job, and he's an alcoholic. Would you continue to date him? The answer is no, unless you're a moron. And so if you find out that the woman that you're with, that her past is like this, there's the door. Yeah, I'm sorry. But unfortunately, there is going to be a simp out there, a loser, who doesn't care because he can't get anyone else. He doesn't have the confidence. He doesn't have the wisdom. He's been brainwashed by society to think that, no, happy wife, happy life, and I can fix her.
Sometimes it like literally hurts my heart. And when the nostalgia is that painful, guess what I have to watch?
What hurts my heart is hearing these stories and understanding that women are tricking their husbands into settling for this. And so a lot of people are going to be against this video, red-pilled. Oh, that's not a thing. You shouldn't be that. Do you see the alternative? Do you not see the way that we've been brainwashed, thinking that you have to suck up to women, suck up to just do anything for them to like you? No. This is not how it works.
I was eating buffalo chicken wraps every day. I was straightening my hair.
Dude, this is embarrassing.
A lot of you are thinking, yeah, but that's her past. Her body count, it doesn't matter. It does matter. Pair bonding, when you've slept with so many guys, for example, triple digits, do you really think that you're suddenly just going to settle down? When you remember 100 schlongs that have been inside of you, how do you just get over that? She can't get over it. She sees her husband and remembers all of the hot men that she was ran through by. Everyone that took a ride, she can't forget those men. She wishes she could be back with them again. It's nostalgia, thinking back to those moments, those memories of waking up with a sore butthole with a guy she met on Tinder who she didn't even want to have anything to do with.
Would y'all ever have an orgy together with your husband?
Priya,
She tried.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so good looking and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you see him.
He's a 6 at best. She is fantasizing, dreaming, wishing of having sex with her friend's husband, and he's a 6 at best. What do you think she's thinking of all the other men out there? The 8s, the 9s, the 10s, the Chads. Oh my goodness. I fantasize about the fact that it's 10 inches long and possibly thick. Imagine the gaping hole that this woman has.
His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
No, I kind of love it, but I'm like, us for it? Okay, maybe.
I just know that Nav's dick
Podcast.
is like at least 10 inches.
Now listen, If women get together, just the two of them at dinner, and they talk like this, I mean, it's bad enough. But you don't announce this to the world. You don't share these stories for your husband to hear. It's embarrassing. And she literally says this story right in front of him as well as in front of this man.
This was before Bumble or Hinge. Like, this was like in the OG days of the app. I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to fucking hook up. And I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore. And I remembered that I was like trying to finger me in my asshole. I'm like, first of all, we were not on those like terms.
We weren't even on those terms, yet I still let him hit where the sun don't shine. We had just met. You know, it's a lot of action for a virgin. You know, it's not like she had a lot of experience. She literally told her husband that she was a virgin. I mean, why would she lie to that extent? Hey, no, I'm not a virgin. I've had partners before, but I don't want to talk about it. Would that not have been the better move?
If you guys ever saw Akash in person, like, let's be honest, like this dude's about, when I met him in person, he's about 5'4", small Indian guy.
Bro is 5'4" and unattractive. Now, I'm not saying he's ugly. He isn't fat. He's at least put together somewhat, but he's about a 6. I mean, 6'7" at best. And she can't get him out of her thoughts. What is she going to do when she meets 6'2", blue eyes in finance?
I get so painfully nostalgic.
She gets nostalgic from her college days because what? She fucked the Chads back then.
She's been ran through enough. She can't get the Chads, the really hot guys, to settle for her. They just want to have a good time. She's settling for a man with a lot of money and most likely running around. Do you really think that this woman is faithful? She literally says one of the best things about him is that he's never around. You know, I don't have to see him that much. And so it's the perfect husband. The perfect husband is somebody that you don't see very much. Does that make sense? Why do you not want to see your husband? Is it because you're playing the field perhaps with another roster? Women, I've seen them on these podcasts. They almost all believe they're a 10. They'll tell each other you're a 10. But your actual rating is not based on who you can sleep with, but who you can convince to commit to you. If you're a 6 and you continuously sleep with 10s, doesn't mean that you're a 10. It means that a 10 had a bad night, couldn't get who he really wanted, and so he settled for you. But if you can get a man to commit to you, to be your girlfriend, to be the one that's with you, not with a roster, but with you truly, that shows the quality of the woman that you are. And so don't be misguided by the amount of men that swipe right on your Tinder or who are DMing you. That doesn't mean anything. Some men, they're just bored. The man that will commit to you, that proves your actual worth.
On my hall pass list.
Oh, yeah.
Chase Crawford.
My hall pass list.
Don't get me started on the hall pass list. And to literally have a roster of the hall pass.
Chase Crawford, Jacob Elordi, Austin Butler.
This is a no. Rather than a hall pass list, you can say, here's a list of some really attractive men that are attractive in Hollywood. You don't have to say they're men I want my mouth all over. They're just attractive men. You don't need a hall pass. They're attractive men that you see on camera.
Bro, shout out to Alboys. He says, this is why you guys can never stop talking about and doing red pill content. Every day you and Fresh save someone from becoming another Akash. Bro, it's facts, man.
Listen, you can say what you want about being red pills, but if you can save another man from becoming the next Akash, is it not worth it? Now, for the men, my advice on getting a girl, you want to find a girl that's literally attracted to you. Looks is less important than you think. It's really important the first day, the first week, the first month. But over the course of your lifetime, it's going to matter less and less and less. On day one, for me, looks is 100%. Hey, I'm just being honest. First meet a girl, it's 100%. Either she's attractive or she's not. If she's not, I don't want to bother. But the more you get to know them, you get to know their personality. You like them for them as a person. The looks, it's a bonus. As long as you're attracted to them, that's all you need. And so looks absolutely are overrated. It's important to get you in the door, but to keep someone, it's got to be out your personality. Now, listen, if you have a lot of money, of course you can get girls into the door. But if they're only there for the money and not there for you, it's time to move on. And so rather than dating, let's say, an 8 out of 10, you'd be better off dating a 5 out of 10 who actually likes you back. Way more important. Perhaps for the first few months, you're excited, she's attractive. But what really matters is that you have a bond, that you like each other deeply, and that you can spend the rest of your life with that person, because looks fade. I don't care how hot she is right now at 25 years of age, whatever. 50 years from now, she could be ugly. Just saying. How many hot 80-year-old women do you know? Not many are hot at 80, but yet you still love your wife, because it's not looks at that point. And so looks fade. Perhaps it's important at the start, but remember, what's more important is literally what's on the inside. Now, in order to get more girls to think that you're hot so that you can get them in the door, I suggest Turk Builder Max Turk Platinum. You go to the gym, you looks max, you try not to be fat, 15 or 20% body fat, somewhere on there. If you want to get even more ideal, 10 to 12% body fat for perfection. But really, just don't be fat. And shower, get a haircut, and dress kind of nice, and don't be a complete douchebag, and eventually you will meet somebody half-ass at least. And that is better than Akash's woman, who's literally a zero. That is a zero. If you're with her, you have done worse than anyone else. If you are still a virgin and you've never been in a woman, you're doing way better than Akash. This is a negative. Actually, scrap that. She's not a zero. She's a negative number. She's doing nothing but sucking you dry. And I'm not talking about your downstairs. If she at least did that, hey, brownie points for that. And so if you're interested in this, remember, code Greg, 15% off, money back guarantee, $20 gift card. We have so many supplements. Just head to the website. No matter what you're looking for, get after it. And if you want to get your blood work done, perhaps you need some Cialis or some Viagra. Perhaps you're with a one and it's not working and you need some assistance. You can go to AlgoRx. They also sell enclomiphene, testosterone, Ozempic, terzipatide. And so if you're interested, code Greg, 10% off. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch those two bloops, the cookbooks, the training books, coaching plans by me and my team. Remember, if you're looking to be an ambassador of HDLT supplements or to sell our supplements into your stores and or gym, click the links in the comment section. And until next time, I am out.